Okay, it's July 6th, and this is the GAnooze special. There's a weird shadow on my face edition. Maybe I should do it in profile. Do the news in profile. I better than that probably won't work. Okay, to the news. Buffaloes, elks in that Wyoming place. You know, it's next to that Montana place. And it's got some sort of disease, these elks do, and some of them, very small percentage of them, but I guess it's problematic because the cows get it. It's this brucellosis or something. Anyway, causes them to miscarry. But strangely, the populations are increasing and they're going to have to kill some of them, or a lot of them. So they say. And of course the hunters are against it because they don't want the populations reduced because that destroys the hunting fun. So it's just another one of these sick things, you know. They bring these animals back, and for what? You know, just so they can commit little holocausts on them every now and then because of some kind of cow disease or some other bullshit. I mean, it's just so irritating. I hate this world. I really do. We gotta do better than this. So anyway, let's just eradicate the damn things, put them in a zoo, whatever. Fuck this nonsense. Goddamn wildlife. Treat it right or don't treat it at all. Alright, this Alex Rodriguez guy, baseball player, a Roddy guy. Apparently the trophy wife just wasn't good enough. So apparently they're getting divorced because he was just fucking around way too much for her taste. But you know, she'll do okay, no doubt. Millions, no doubt, in the settlement. So, you know, it's a win-win, I suppose. But you know, it is a sad commentary. You have everything, and then everything isn't enough, and you still want more stuff. More. United Arab Emirates guys. You know, they're going to forgive the debt for Iraq. I guess they're holding some debt. I don't know how much it is. And they're going to, you know, get some embassy people there in Iraq. So this is seen as a sign of progress. Because the Arabs aren't afraid to go to an Arab country. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Boy, that shadow is really annoying. I'm going to get rid of that. Probably fuck everything up, but who cares? Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, well, it goes away a little bit back there, but I don't think that works. Well, anyway, OPEC, the president guy from OPEC basically confirmed that, yeah, well, prices aren't going down. You know, the Chinese and the India people, they'll pay almost anything for the damn oil. And they want it, so yeah, so figure we're done, we're cooked, we're finished. Oil is not going cheap again for the foreseeable future. Probably the absolute always future. Technology in the classrooms, or one of those little dopey generic stories from like Boston or something, where yes, they put technology into the classrooms and it's doing all kinds of interesting things with it and blah blah, and it's just a crock of shit, you know. It's one of these typical, yes, they're doing something, you know, they bought a computer and, you know, they're playing games on it or something, but they're not doing it to any real extent because, you know, the teachers unions got to protect their jobs and they don't want to go obsolete, so they have to keep contriving an excuse to keep them in the game, and they're the real liability. Get rid of all its dead wood. Alright, China in the Olympics. You know, Bush, I guess, is going, so he defends his going in spite of the conflict between the Chinese and the Dalai Lama guy. And apparently the Chinese is putting like the Dalai Lama guy on probation and say, you screw up the Olympics, boy, we're really going to have a problem after the Olympics. We're going to have to spank you. But whatever, who knows what kind of, you know, it's all politics. Politics is politics, you know. It's just all a bunch of bullshit, a lot of talk, and then everything goes to hell because the wrong people are doing the talking. Okay, Afghan, that Kazir guy, leader over there, I guess he's ordered a investigation into who exactly we shot to pieces in those cars, because apparently it was another wedding party. They do a lot of weddings over there, and as we've apparently blown up some weddings before. You know, everybody takes their gun to the weddings, I suppose, too, you know. It's the way things are in those kind of places. Shotgunny kind of weddings, I guess. Hey, microphone. Covered the microphone. Not a good idea. So, this is going to be a technically deficient edition of the news. Probably running out of fucking time, too, but who cares? Alright, this Palestinian story was really disgusting. So anyway, some Palestinian guy, construction worker, apparently went nuts in Israel there. Decided to, you know, run over some people with his bulldozer. killed 3 people apparently. But the really sick, sad, disgusting part is you know, a bunch of Israelis had to show up outside the guy's family home, you know, his family's house, and saying, you know, with placards saying, "We want revenge," and they want them to bulldoze down the guy's house. You know, like his family should pay a price for allowing him to go crazy. I mean, it's just really bad. And apparently the Prime Minister has done the initial steps to, you know, apparently they have a whole government procedure. You just go through this whole procedure so you can get a permit to go bulldoze somebody's fucking house. Yeah. That's, yeah, Israel, you're really earning friends this way. This is that kind of, we want revenge. That's such a great slogan to live by. You know, it makes us proud to be basically financing your existence. Yuck. Alright, the G8 guys, I guess that's all like the rich countries. And so they're having their meeting, and Japan and America are talking before the meeting. And they're saying, we've got to do something about this oil stuff, and this inflation thing, and commodity food prices going way up high. We've got to do something. No suggestions on what to do. We're just saying, yes, we better do something. Forget about it. Alright, BP, they're suing some Russian oil company. Apparently they were doing business together, and now they don't want to be doing no business together because somebody got crooked, I guess. So anyway, I don't know. Is this news? I don't think so. Not news to me. I'm not terribly interested. But there was another related story on this oil companies that somehow they got a bleak future because they have to make these deals with the internal oil companies in these different countries to get access to the oil wells and the resources so that the big major oil companies can pump their fuel for them. You know, so whatever. Yeah, it's bleak. Yeah, Exxon only had, what, $600 billion in profits last year? Come on, bleak. Joke. Alright, so apparently they found this stupid chemical in red wine that's supposed to be healthy. And they did these, you know, so they're calling it like a restorol or something. You know, it's all this hype, like, oh, new aging drug, new fountain of youth, and red wine. So, of course, the headlines are a big lie. Because in mice studies, you know, the mice didn't live any longer. If you gave them regular diets and added this supplement, they didn't live any longer. They say they lived better. Apparently they complained less of achy joints and such. I don't know exactly how they judge this living better thing. But they didn't live any longer. And the only ones that did live longer is if they were given a high calorie, high cholesterol diet. Then they lived longer if you gave them this chemical. So apparently it helps thin your blood or something that prevents you from, you know, heart attacks, strokes, that kind of thing. So it might have some value, but it's certainly no wonder drug. Hype again. Alright, so anyway, last and but not least is online censorship. This whole big long story on censorship, and it's sort of like the opposite of this whole nonsense hysterics over the Viacom and YouTube lawsuit thing. You know, and yeah, this angle was basically, yeah, well, you got all these companies that basically decide what free speech is, and so you know, there was stories about some guy posted a kid smoking a cigarette and it got banned because, you know, it was a kid smoking a cigarette, but he was making a commentary about how people live, not about cigarette smoking. And, you know, but I mean, there's a zillion cases, you know, there's videos pulled off of YouTube because YouTube says it violates whatever their guidelines are, their standards, and so everybody's talking about their rights and their freedoms and all this other stuff. They're already corporately owned, corporately controlled. We don't have our goddamn rights. And the least of your concern should be, you know, another company, some other company besides the world's biggest marketing, you know, company, the biggest ad sale company in the world, owning your information regarding what you view and how you view it and all the rest of this stuff. I mean, if the biggest player in the game already owns your information, what's the difference? I mean, Viacom, what are they going to do with it anyway? It's not going to be critical to their business, their business model. I mean, their business model is to try to get you back on TV. So, I mean, they got to protect their content, or at least get you to their websites instead of YouTube. But whatever, yeah, I really hate the whole, I mean, people are just looking at this thing too simplistically, but that's how everything gets looked at. Oh yeah, we're all getting our privacy invaded. I mean, it's just such a crock of shit. I mean, it's such a minor invasion compared to the the controlling force that already owns you. I mean, damn, you know, the corporation already is controlling so much of the content, and to worry about, you know, viewer logs is just silly. Okay, so that's it. That's all there is. Sorry, kind of a dull news, but nobody's making any videos, so I said make a news. Didn't really want to do it, so I did it anyway. So this is what you got. But it's better than nothing, right? Better than a Jesus Freak video, for Christ's sakes.